You hit it.
Here's the 2 Minute Hats podcast. Let's talk about it. Every morning at 8:30 a.m. and also on Wednesday is the midweek service at 6:30 p.m. You can also join our Facebook group on Facebook. It's the podcast with the most. We got Tony Mays and Lavelle Salter. It's the 2 Minute Hats podcast. Let's talk about it.
Top of the morning to you facers. Happy Friday, man. It's Freestyle Friday, man. It's your host with the most, Lavelle Salter, Tony Mays. Man, we just here, man. We happy to be here in the land of the dying, on our way to the land of the living.
Yes, sir.
Look, man, this Freestyle Friday. You know, this is the opportunity that you guys have to make sure that you talk about what you want to talk about. Because y'all be sending little stuff, y'all be sending little stuff through through Messenger and stuff. But this your time. This your time to say what you want to say. But you can't get on here bashing me and Lavelle though.
I'm ready for it. Come on. Let's go. I got time today.
You got time today?
Yep.
Lavelle said he got time today. Well, I ain't got time today, so I ain't with that foolishness.
You don't want no smoke.
I don't want now smoke. Now smoke. Now. At all.
What's up, man?
y'all know I can come up with some stuff now. I keep me some little pet peeves and stuff. But so Phyllis sent me this yesterday. What's up, Craig? Phyllis sent me this yesterday, and we've talked about this before. But she sent me a video of some people. They have two small children.
Mm-hmm.
And so what they actually do is they actually pay their children for chores. They pay them, I think it was $5 a month, whatever it was, for chores. They pay them for chores. But these were small kids. They pay them for chores, for doing their chores, but then they turn around and charge them rent money and utilities and food money. So what they're doing is teaching them, I understand the concept, I get the concept of teaching them how to be responsible. But I'm like, these kids barely like in school. But the kids sitting down there, they take their little money, they put it in the envelope, and they say one to the side for rent, whatever that she charged for rent, one to the side for utilities, and they pay that. And I'm like, I get the concept. So I guess my question is, what is a proper age to start teaching children that type of financial responsibility?
When you first said it, I said that I was kind of like on the fence, but then I had to stop and listen to what you were saying. I think as soon as they can comprehend to do so, whatever age of comprehension, yeah, I guess that was because there is a major issue.
Good morning, Tamika.
Yeah, what's Tamika? There's a major issue in our society as it pertains to, bruh.
People kids can't count.
Yeah, it ain't funny. But you go to McDonald's, you go to I don't know, whatever restaurant, and you get them, let's say your order is $3.75. You get them $5.75. They be like 75 cents.
No, they be so lost. when I tell you they be so lost, it don't even be funny.
Just give me $2 back.
And you got to literally tell them like what the change is supposed to be. And that's sad, bro.
I just made your job easier.
I've done that too, where I give them a bill and I say, well, how much was the change? And I give them the change, and then they do this. They like go stare into like a blank space and be like, but
we start laughing, man. Shoot.
But as it relates to financial responsibility in terms of like bills, household bills, stuff like that. Man, them kids, like I said, they was barely in high school. I mean, I'm not high school, barely in grade school, like literally barely in grade school.
Well, Doc, when you look at other cultures, when you look over there in China and stuff, man, we so far behind, bro. We them kids, man, probably man smarter than the average. I mean, adult. 10, 11 years old. So, I mean, I don't know, bro.
Yeah, yeah, I guess.
I want to go do some more
I,
research on it because, like, it's nothing I really thought. I thought about it before, but since
well,
you,
one Wednesday we talked about financial literacy with kids. Back when it was one of the Wednesdays you weren't able to be on, but like I said, the concept is a great concept, and I think that it should be done. But I just think those kids were too young because, man, I think one of the things that we've done already, kids, is we've made them grow up too quick. Yeah, yeah, they are more um, advanced than what we were, but we're making them grow up so quick. I mean, they're already latchkey kids. They come home. There ain't no parent in the house. They got a key to open the door when they can barely get off the bus and make it to the house. Then we got food already prepared, wrapped up for them to stick in the microwave, warm up. I mean, we've already made them latchkey kids. So I'm like, yeah, and I get that the toddlers working iPads and all that stuff. I get all that, but I ain't talking about you teaching a kid how to count. We should be teaching them how to count, but I'm talking about teaching them financial responsibility in terms of bills. That's what I'm talking about. So we got some comments. These children work with smart devices at an early age, teaching them to clean up behind yourself. You yourself should begin to meet it. Yeah, we not talking about uh, cleaning up after themselves. We talking about financial responsibility. Um, Kids are much smarter today, so I guess maybe it's not really too early age. She was also teaching them how to save. I don't know that to me we still have to allow children to be children, and I'm not saying you can't buy them some games because matter of fact, I bought my grandbaby some little flash cards and count cards and the little computer game to teach them how to count. But we should be teaching them how to count. We should be teaching them how to read all that. I'm talking about financial literacy where they talking about paying bills. At what age should you start teaching them? And I don't think they just entering the grade school. You should be teaching them that how
well,
to pay
that's
rent.
one, that's one of the things that I think that needed because I mean, like we had home economics in school, economics, however you want to pronounce it. Uh, and they don't have that anymore.
Yeah, but that was
Financial,
middle school. That was middle school. That wasn't grade school.
yeah.
Yeah. So
I guess
I'm, I'm thinking, for me, I would say when they hit that preteen, like 12, is a good age to start teaching them. Okay, what you're gonna do is, especially with the way they were doing it, where they was paying them a wage for doing their chores, paying them a wage, then say, but I'm gonna pay you a wage, but I'm gonna charge you this. And so you teaching them, that responsibility at that age. So I'm gonna say 12 is a good age, but when you start to go down to, they 5 years old, it ain't great, nah, bro, that's
but just
just
really
too much.
think about it, Tony. Think about it, Tony. How some of our people are so far behind. Uh, and I don't know. I guess I'm kind of on the fence with it. Doc. I'm kind of trying to do some
But
research.
and I get what you're saying right there too, Phil. Like we don't want them to also think everything is free. Our kids, mine included, was pretty much raised getting what they wanted. That's why children become so entitled. But that's a teaching moment. Let me rewind it. That's a parenting moment where you
Yeah.
teach it because I did that growing up with my kids. My kids knew stuff wasn't free. They knew stuff cost. They knew stuff, so they worked for it, earned for what they want. They knew they had to make good grades in school. They knew they had to do that if they wanted that toy or that game and that whatever. So, they knew that, you just because you just wanted it, you weren't gonna get it. And so I think that's parenting. That's a teaching moment.
Yeah.
We don't ever want, you know, and that's the problem now. We got a whole bunch of entitled children.
Hmm.
That's all I'm saying, Craig. Is like we've taken the element of them being a kid out, and they we giving them everything they want just because they say they want it. They ain't working for nothing. They ain't got to do no chores. Matter of fact, when you tell them to clean up their room, they look at you like you crazy because you've been going in there cleaning up after.
Hmm.
I like this new breed of parenting and raising children, bro, is like out of space to me. Like I'm it's another planet. Like it's like we woke up to a whole nother race of people.
Well, I guess my thing is, bro. And I agree with you saying because I mean, for the most part, what I just looked at it, it said you should start around the ages of 12, 13. Jewish people say they start their children off like at 12 or 13, and you know how they roll with their money.
Yeah,
So
because at that time now, we know that children are impressionable at a very young age, very impressionable. But man, we still want them like Craig said, we still want to allow them to be children. And then when they get to that age, like we still should be teaching them at that grade school level, entering kindergarten and all that, how to count, they colors, the days of the week. And we should be still teaching them all that stuff. But when you start to throw in, hey, I'm gonna teach you how to pay rent at age 5 and 6, they looking like, man, I got 15 more years to become a adult. Got to worry about paying rent.
right, I will say this: if you see that your child is a little bit more advanced than the norm, and it would benefit what you're trying to achieve in their life, and you see that you do because you got some children that I'm talking about extremely smart. I just saw a reel where this young man had like he was like 15, 16 years old. He'd already been accepted into like 4 or 5 different colleges with like
Was that the one that was sent me to all the Ivy League colleges?
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I'm sure like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
sure
You have kids like that, but even look at the little boy that was just on Steve Harvey. Not Steve Harvey. He was on. Well, he probably been on a lot of stuff. Now the little boy that's been going, so he that boy look like he can barely talk. It's just counting, doing the multiplication and all that. I know you'd have
mhm,
seen that little baby. Yeah.
mhm,
And now he started to be on all these shows and stuff, man. That boy's a genius. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? But his parents worked with him and he can retain. You can tell he's so young, bro. It's crazy.
mhm.
Yeah, mine is 9 and he just put out a book.
Wow,
That's incredible.
congratulations. Yeah. Make sure we you send us that information to you. We need to make sure we highlight that, doc.
Rachel says chips cost more than $1 now. Time to learn. For $5, I could get a lot. Now you'll be lucky to have two items. Yeah, chips like $2.89 a bag,
And then ain't nothing in them junk but Earl.
man. Craig said, I remember 11 to 15. I used to walk around the neighborhood with a lawnmower, cutting grass and blowing my money on candy and my brothers. I understood finances then.
Yeah.
I don't really think it was the rent issue. I think she was trying to teach them how to save. I,
Yeah.
I it was the whole thing to me. Like I
Mhm.
just thought that was a too early age because she had rent. She was charging them rent. She was charging them utilities and food. you know. And I'm like, that's grown folk type of stuff that grown folk had to worry about. How we gonna feed and how
But
we
I
gonna,
don't think she was literally charging. I think she was just teaching them a principle. You think? I don't think
yeah,
was
yeah, no, but they was literally the money that they paid them. They was taking that money, put it and giving it back to her to pay. Yeah, she's teaching them how to pay rent, how to the responsibility of that.
Mhm. Yeah.
So it was the concept and the principle, but it was also the physical action of them doing it. They taking the money, rent, put it in the envelope. You know.
But then you talking man when you look at the society, us people, our people, you got young ladies, man, and our ooh Jesus, you got young ladies who are getting this government uh uh government help, and
The
they getting all
assistance.
the assistance, if you will, and the rent and stuff, man, be little to nothing, and they don't even pay that.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? Like, was the parents responsible for that? Are they just trifling? What's the issue there?
um, you
Come on,
know,
man. Rent be
you
man.
you you said this. You said this. The other, I think that was Monday or Tuesday about even the credit score. You said people be paying people to. Man, the best way to take care of your credit is to do what?
Pay your bills.
Pay your bill.
Yeah.
It was only a couple of dollars. Regardless if it was a dollar, it was 50 cents. If it was a penny, the concept of teaching them how to pay bills that early, that the financial aspect of paying bills and all that, that's too early for me. And now if you're teaching them how to count, it's different. But that to me, they shouldn't have to even think about the responsibility of no bills at no go enter into no elementary. Nah,
Yeah.
that's too early for me. And I think 11, 12 is a good time to start teaching them that when they head into middle school or in middle school.
Yeah.
Good morning. It's Friday. In my King George voice, I wish you all peace, love, blessings. It's November 1st. I'm grateful. Good morning. Good morning. Mausoleum. Mazel.
Doc,
Good
this man,
morning.
I don't know why the hell she got that crazy ass name. Pray for her.
Man, let that lady name herself what she want to name herself. You can't tell that lady what to name herself.
The
That's
jig
a
is up now.
grown.
Everybody, the jig is
That's
up.
a
Everybody knows here.
that's a grown ass woman.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Either way.
That's a grown ass woman. She can name herself what she want to name herself.
I don't know, Doc. I mean, to eat, have you? I mean, if it
I
works for your,
mean,
if it works for
I'm
your,
like this. Look, you can feel how you want to feel. I'm just saying, for me, I felt like that was too young and a
right,
good age for that to start teaching them the financial part from that aspect is maybe 11, 12, 13, whatever. But I'm starting to teach them count as soon as they start to talk. One, two, three, because I'm like you. You go to these restaurants and the folk can't even give you change back if they don't got no if they can't input it in the in the register
hmm
and it tell them what change to give you. They can't even count.
right.
Ooh, Craig, you crazy. Craig said you gonna teach them about. You better be teaching them about sex as well.
Hey, look, Doc, 'cause that's a
Okay,
whole lot.
okay, okay,
They wide
okay,
open. Uh-oh,
okay.
uh-oh.
There's a video. I don't know if somebody posted it or I seen it, but anyway, there's a video circulating going viral where this guy, his daughter's living with him. She was 12 years old, I believe.
Appreciate it, D.
She was
Mm-hmm.
12 years old. She had already had a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Had al- she still got the baby in her hand, and she pregnant again. And her daddy was putting her out, telling her she had to get out of his house. He said, "I can't do this."
Mm-hmm. I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah, I was upset about. Man, there was so many things in that I was upset about in that video. For one, 12-year-old pregnant and pregnant again, and she's under your roof. So what are you instilling in her? Who's watching her? Who's what I'm saying? That type of thing. Because she gotta be having sex somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing was how he was talking to her. He was talking to her like she was a nobody on the street, you know. Bruh, nah, bro, I can't do this no more, bro. Which sounds like me like he was a young dad. And again, these young kids having kids. But
Mm-hmm.
he talked so crazy to this girl, bro, man. And she was like, "Cool, I go stay with my mom." But I mean, it wasn't. To me, I felt like that should have been one of those moments after she got pregnant the first time. that he should have been sitting down and saying, "Look, baby girl, you've done this. We're gonna help you out if we can, but you can't be, ain't no we talked about this before. You got to be having conversations, man. Talking to these kids, bro. Showing these kids you there for them. You appreciate you present, but you ain't available.
Right. Yeah.
I said it. You present, but you ain't available.
Yeah. I just think, man, in this day and age, even with the finances, with the sex, with everything being so readily available at your hands, you
Hmm.
probably need to start a little early on certain stuff because I mean you got little children now, man. They 7, 8 years old, doc. They can now work a phone better than you can.
Hmm.
So
True.
you might need to scale back a year or so, maybe just because I mean everything is so right here, doc. It's like
Nah, I ain't not my
because
belief system.
if you don't, it is.
Nah, not as it pertains to no financial house paying bills and all. Nah, I ain't scared of that. That
I mean, that's
that
just
that
your opinion. I just
and
believe
that's
that.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's my opinion. I don't think I'm doing. I ain't doing it. And I ain't teaching it that early.
Right.
You know. Now,
Mr. Lopez.
whoever is doing it, to each his own. I just feel like that's too young. Again, you should allow the children to be children.
Mhm.
That's the problem now. We've already caused them to grow up too quick. That's why they're so advanced now. Like I said, they're latchkey kids. They opening the door. We leaving in the house. Then we wonder why they again like this dude why they pregnant at 12 and 11 and 12 years old.
Mhm.
I don't know, Phyllis, like if he thought she was molested or what. He should have became a father instead of a critic, and that's what I felt like, Craig. Like he should have been the parent, and in that moment, and let her know, like because you still can let them know that what she did wasn't cool, but you can let her know in a way that wasn't demeaning to her, wasn't tearing her down, because then you putting her out to go live with her mom, and she probably was staying with you for a reason, and she wasn't staying with her mom.
Mhm.
Cause how many you see what I'm saying?
Right. Mr. Lord says if they're putting money in an envelope, it would be a double fold concept, whereas they're also being taught how to count as well. Okay. Hmm. I don't know.
And then there's another video uh circulating about it wasn't the young lady wasn't pregnant. Shit, I got it. I done lost my train of thought. I just had it, and I lost. Um, man, I look at so many freaking videos, man, and
You.
I be trying to digest some of the stuff, man. But some of it be so hard to digest, bro. Like, cause I be like, damn, you talking to this girl so bad, cause that one was really hard to digest. Cause I was like, you is really at this point talking to this woman, this girl, like she is nobody. Like she meant absolutely nothing to him.
Hmm.
And I'm like, that it was disheartening to see, to hear. Um, it was hard to hear the fact that she was only 12 and was pregnant, had a baby and was pregnant again. I mean, this baby that she had was still drinking at the bottle, because as he was talking to her in a video. So I don't know who was videoing, if he was videoing or somebody else was videoing. But the girl, while he was talking to her, the bottle from the first baby that she had dropped on the floor, and she reached down to pick it up. And I said, man, that baby's still drinking off the bottle. Like she's still feeding that baby. She pregnant again. So
That's
I
why
don't know, bro.
I don't know if we can find somebody, if anybody knowing about it, that, can help us on this subject matter. I mentioned it a couple of months back, but it's been a term and this word has been going around. and some studies and some videos and podcasts, people talking about it, especially with Black people. But it's a term called epigenetics, and where you can actually experience some of this inherited experiences from your families. And a lot of this stuff, man, it seems like I understand learned behavior, but it seems like some of this stuff is being inherited from our people, and we don't even know why we angry sometimes. We don't even know why we are sad, and you go to the therapist or the psychologist, and they can't even really find out what's wrong with you. And it's coming from your DNA. It's coming from your family. And I really wish we knew somebody who studied that term and knew some more about it. Because I really truly believe that plays a part. It started coming up on Facebook and on TikTok, but I really had it just kind of like it's been in and out. Have you been seeing
It
those
said
videos?
it said epigenetics is a study of how environmental factors and
Hmm.
aging can change gene activity without altering the DNA sequence. The term epigenetic comes from the Greek word epi, which means on or above. It affect so it's a lot to that. It ain't just about that. I mean, that's a part of it. What you're talking about, um,
Hmm.
epigenetics can be passed down from parents to their children. It can be reversible, unlike genetic changes. It affect a person's risk of disease, be caused by behaviors and environmental factors such as diet. So epigenetics can be caused as much as your environment. So maybe coming up in an environment like this environment for that young lady is is toxic,
Right.
to say the least. That was a very toxic environment, and the epigenetics of that, it can her environment can change how her the rest of her life be, how she perceived and how she even deals with her own children in that
Hmm.
manner.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Craig says sad part today is that most parents these days take their frustrations out on their kids, bro. Uh, Kids become walking punching bags from things they endure at home. I remember when I went home and as a kid I felt safe. It's not like that anymore, no more these days. That's why so many kids are moving fast and not respecting anything, bro. Doc, you said a mouthful, bro. Cause man, I be trying my best, man. You can be in the grocery store and Walmart or something, man, and you see some of these. And sadly, I really hate that. Majority of the time it be
Yeah.
women. You don't see a lot of men that do it. But you can be in the store. Sit your immigrant mother again. You ain't this, and
Oh
you.
boy, that's
I
I
be like,
can't stand that.
I be on the edge. I be like, I can't. I don't know. This lady turn around and smack the hell out of me here.
Because you can tell them, hey son, I said don't touch nothing. I don't touch nothing. Whatever. But to call them stupid mother elves and dumb, man, I'd be like, your kid need to be taken from you. If you talking to your kids like that, you don't need no kids.
Yeah, bro.
They need to be taken away from you.
It's so sad though. My uncle, man, he's deceased now, man. Versus soul. And we was at the dinner table one day. He said, "Man, it's really sad, man." He said, "But he said I can tell my grandchild, son, sit down. And keep on moving. Son, sit down.
Mm.
Keep on moving. Sit your ass down there." And
Well,
then,
I think sit your ass down is a little different than you dumb stupid motherfucker. I told you dumb ass.
okay,
That's
okay,
different.
yeah,
Now sit your because you'd have told them 3 4 times to sit down,
yeah.
but they ain't sit down. But when you throw the sit your is down, now all of a sudden they hear what you saying.
Hmm.
Okay, so yesterday, let me open this out there. Yesterday, uh, so I've been sending out all these messages to the managers about monitoring their time, monitoring their employees' time, all this stuff, and making sure that they taking care of the exceptions and all this stuff. And every day I come on, I clock in, look in the system, and it's 5,000 exceptions in there. And I'm like,
Hmm.
what? So I sent a message. I put it in yesterday. I put it in all red. I said it's important. Said it all red. It's red. I blew it up. They went to calling me. They went to responding. It's done. It's done. They went to calling me. You know, I take care of that. I said, if the shoe don't fit, don't wear
Mhm.
it. But you, and then so when I look back in there later, I had one exception left.
Wow,
Why do I have to go to the extreme to send you an email with all it red and for you to do it
that's crazy.
when you should be monitoring it every day?
Hmm.
And so they was like, Tony, we felt that email. I was like, but I shouldn't have to do that. We
Right.
grown folks.
Yeah.
So, but sometimes, you tell, kids, some kids are just, they're a little bit more active than other kids. And you have to
Right.
tell them multiple times or you have to show them, you pop them on their butt. Like, I know some parents, they wouldn't give you but one warning. They'll say, sit down. And then that next one, they come across that butt, pop.
Yeah.
Then you react, yeah. The
But
power of the pinch. Oh man, they used to do that in church, bro. They hit you with that
man,
pinch in church.
that done
That
hurt.
pinch, that pinch in church. Phyllis, it sound like he need to take some of the blame. He need to take a lot of the blame, Phyllis. He
Yeah.
need to take a lot of the blame because that, like I said, there was so many things that was going through my head as I was looking at it, and I was like, "It's so much stuff that you could take out of that could be a much better way to approach that situation."
I'm gonna say this though about the children, man, because yeah, I know I stay right across, not necessarily across the street, but I got a school behind me, and I got a school probably about maybe a half a mile from me, which is a middle school and elementary school. So I've partnered with the local church here, New Sardis Church, Pastor there, Harrington. And what we did is we set up in front of my home in the park, and we just giving them some snacks, some chips, some juices, or whatever. And I was so thankful to hear some young men and some young women to be respectful. Ooh, how much it costs? It's we just give them to you. Thank you, sir. Thank y'all so much for being out here for us. When y'all gonna do it again? And then you had the ones, kind of acting crazy, but there is still some hope, man. I was so thankful to see some of them young men with some respect. Yes, sir. No, sir. Thank you. I'm gonna actually try to record it this Monday and try to get some highlights of it. Because we so easy, we so profound and so easier to kind of highlight on the negative, and we don't really bring up the positive. And when we see these children doing good and doing right, let's try to celebrate that, and
Right, right.
make sure that we're bringing them up, because the odds are already stacked against them.
Craig, you and Rodney, y'all had they had some flashback, didn't it? That pinching that them ear pools.
Man, bro. And don't act like you're gonna get no get back with them. It's gonna make it worse.
Oh no, I would have never reared up. Look, bro, I would have never reared up at my mama. Like I feared my mama more than my dad.
It depends. Well, yeah, my
Well,
mom,
see,
my mama was a piece of work, dog. I ain't gonna even lie.
my daddy wasn't physically in the home. My stepdad was too chill. Like he wasn't finna whoop no back to that.
Yeah,
But if my mama called my daddy, he'll come out there. Now my dad was his physical presence was scary. 'Cause my dad was 6'4" and a half, 275. Big dude. His physical presence was like scary. But and he said, and your mama called me again. But he ain't never really whoop us. So you like, yeah, bro, you issuing them idle threats. But my mama, if she said she was gonna beat your butt,
yeah.
it was no doubt in him and that it was coming. You was getting that beat.
Good morning, Robin.
Robin, good
Freestyle
morning,
Friday.
Robin.
Yeah, Freestyle Friday. But we were talking about. I think we were
A
talking
couple of
about.
things, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the
Well,
first the first topic matter we started with was how is it too early to start teaching financial responsibilities to children, as it pertains to like paying rent and all that type of thing.
yeah, like what's a good age to start that? And then the other one was we kind of talked about because Craig brought up teaching them about sex, and we brought up that this video that was circulating about this young lady who was 12, I believe, who had already had a baby and was pregnant again, and how her dad was talking to her. Craig said, hell nah, I better not raise up in my mama.
Bro, I remember one time, man, and I ain't gonna lie, man. Rest in soul, rest in peace, mama. Man, my mama made me so mad one time. I used to go to the babysitter every so often when she went to work, and she told me that she had said don't go to the babysitter this particular day, but I didn't remember. I forgot. So I went to the babysitter anyway, and so she don't went in a panic because one of those cell phones and all that stuff back in the day was just
Right,
whatever
right.
you can find. So I think the babysitter had left or whatever when I was there with the children or whatever. And so uh, she get over there to pick me up, bro. Nigga, she is furious. I like, mama, I just forgot. I'm gonna beat you on. No, 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 no. I get home, I get a whoop. Like, mama, I just man. She said, go in there and give me a pep and sit down. When I get through drinking this pep, I'm gonna beat your ass again.
Bro,
I was so mad at
oh,
my mama, man.
hold on, man. I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's funny now, but it wasn't funny then, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. Uh, let me read these comments first. Before I get to that, Brian said sometimes when my second G and nephew was in the store constantly grabbing stuff, so I told him to come here and squeeze his ear and told him not to do that. And he stopped. My niece used that to keep him in line afterwards.
Man, what?
What's up, Josh? Rachel said, I watched a video about the where you ugly laws where you were for an allowed to be out in public if you were in the circus or entertainment if you were disabled like blindness or physical handicap. We have learned history of isolating and forgotten. Jim Crow has done a lot to black psych. We touched on this in African American class. I believe we have sayings that warn us of these old ways. Okay. Um, so you talking about your mama making you mad. Have you ever made your mama so mad to man, we made my mama so mad one time, bro. I ain't never heard this before, man, but man, my mom was so freaking mad. She said, y'all make my itch.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that one. Yeah,
Bro,
I still say that to
man,
this day.
bro. I stopped and looked at my mama. I then paused and looked at her like, did you just say
The worst whooping, the worst whooping used to be when they tell you, like my dad, man, he used to keep a list. He'll keep a
that?
mental list,
Oh,
and
that's how I
he
was with my son. I like I, you remember this? I ain't whooping for this. I ain't whooping for that. I bring up everything.
man, bro, he be like, I'm, I ain't gonna whoop you today. I ain't gonna whoop you today. But when you finally do something else, that leg go around, you gonna kick him out. You be like, damn, dude, I don't even remember that no more.
But he remember.
Like, I
Oh
stay, I
my
stay,
god.
I stay getting whooping, man. I don't know, man.
No, I didn't get a lot of like 12. My mama made them whooping memorable though. Like you didn't like she ain't had to whoop us like every day. But when she whooped us, bro, she made them just memorable. And then one of the things I liked about my mom, I loved about my mama is my mama never whooped us.
There she
She
go.
never.
Just stop lying on your mama.
Who said that?
Your mama. She
No, no, I ain't lying. I ain't lying on you.
wow. That was
what? But
golden.
what? But one thing I love about my mama, bro, is when my mama whooped us. My mama used to always say, "I'm whooping y'all because I love you. I'm whooping you because I
Nah, you
love
don't
you."
love me, Mike. No.
No, we used to get back there in the room and say, "Well, hell, she need to stop loving us." We used to get back there in the room and say, "Hell, stop loving me."
Man, bro.
Craig,
I remember one
but
time, man.
hold on, let me read these comments right quick. Well, you keep your hold at. But I'm so grateful for every lesson, every ear peach, every hands whooping, everything. Wait a minute, everything. Never been to jail, never been an abusive man. My parents really raised us to be driven with principles and live by morals. My two greatest blessings for sure. Okay, Craig laughed. My mama said stop lying on her.
Bro,
Man, that was
that was
the
that was
funniest,
golden, man. We're gonna have to
bro.
we're gonna
That
have to
was
make that
the
a, we're gonna have to make that a snippet, man. She came right in at the right time.
Bro, that was the funniest ish I ever heard for in my life, man. I didn't laugh right then because I knew she was mad when she said
Yeah,
it. You went in there and laughed and she mad. Oh,
man.
you think it's funny?
Bro, I remember back in the day, man, when service merchandise first started. So by me being a musician so early on, I was always, man, enthused by those little keyboards. You know, the little keyboards. You know, the little toy keyboards. You know, back in the day, they would be, you know, top tier back in the day where you make little beats and turn the beats on.
Yeah, right,
So as soon
right.
as you come to the store, that's the first thing I'm gonna go to. So I lied to her. I said I had to use the bathroom. I'm so enthused about the thing. I want to go back in there and play with them again. Which I had to use the bathroom, but when I was using the bathroom, I stopped by the I stopped by the keyboards again. So I'm in
And
there still messing with
she
it.
walked back in there and caught you
Bruh,
playing
look,
that keyboard.
I'm on the keyboard though. All I feel is some wind, nigga. All I feel is some wind. She got her pocketbook. Motherfucker laughing so hard, man.
But she almost knocked your head off.
Boy, I got so many stories, bro. I can go on and on, doc.
Man, she almost knocked your head off. You felt the
Yeah,
wind
that's
from
the
that
one right there,
verse.
right there. It's gonna hurt me more than it hurt you.
Yeah, yeah. She said, "Nah." She did. I don't never remember her saying, "This gonna hurt me
I
more. It's
did,
gonna hurt
I did
you."
that, doc. I did.
But that I love. I'm whooping you because I love you. I'm like, hell, stop loving me then, because cause them extension cord whoopings. Like we didn't get them that often, but when she
Oh,
brought that
bro.
extension cord out, that means when she brought the extension cord out. You had whatever you had did, you had got extreme, and so she had to go to extreme measures.
Nigga, you going to you do that now, you going to jail. You couldn't do that back.
And she ain't have to hit you but once or twice, cause that thing hit you and wrap around, whack up.
Bro, that's another one right there, doc. Bro, one time, man, my mama was saving up $50. I tell you, I got a story for her, doc. So when I get
Like
we
crazy.
getting around eating ass, you know, back in the day we had Western Roundup. That's like where the kids cook food, burgers, cookies, and all that. You know, I'm just gonna get one or two $50 here, half $2 here. Not knowing that she counting them junk, but I'm talking about she had a whole lot of them. Man, I don't even know how many I end up, man, getting them junk. So she asked me, she said, one day, she said, you been messing with my $silver? I'm like, no,
She knew you were lying.
bro. Become an extension cord. So you know, back in the day, doc, we had gym when you had to dress out for school, and folks knew when you got a whooping when you didn't dress out. Man, my
No.
mama tore my ass up for the extension cord.
Man, John said my grandma whooped me, my brother, and my cousin at the same time. It was a super whipping. I think our feelings were hurt more than anything. We were throwing small rocks at cars passing by high. Worst whooping ever.
Oh man, I don't even. I look. I got stories today, doc. I promise I do.
Hey, bro, you ain't got no whooping, man, until, look, I don't know if y'all used to do this, Lavelle, in Westwood, but in LBG, man, we used to be a go kart. We used to get like the milk crates. We'll get a piece of wood. We'll tear you remember the big wheels?
Mm-hmm.
So we would take the wheels off the big wheels and put them on the front, put them on the back, on a piece of wood,
Mm-hmm.
like take the whole ball and mount it to the front, take a nail, bend it under there, mount it to the front,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll cut a egg crate out and use it for the seat, and we'll put a rope to steer the to steer the wheel, and we'll just
Mm-hmm.
ride down here. Go. So we had built a little go kart, and my younger brother, Jura had just Jura probably was, I don't know, man, probably 4, 5. He out there trying to hang out there with us, right? And we right outside our house, because they had just put Janetta right there. Because Janetta wasn't right there outside my mama's house first. It was then they added the street, so the street. So anyway, we was out there in that street ride because there wasn't a lot of traffic coming through there like now.
Mm-hmm.
And man, it was a car coming, and it was a truck. He was going real slow because he was just creeping through there. So we all came across the street. Jared ran across the street right in front of the truck, bro. And the truck, he was going slow. He just barely tapped him, boom. And we was like, "Oh, he okay, sir? He okay?" Because we knew we was finna get our ass to him. We was like, "No, he okay, he okay, he okay."
Mm-hmm.
So we all took him. We went over to the house. Man, that man whipped up in that driveway, bro, and came up to that house and told my mama, "Yeah, I just wanted to check on him because I bumped him with the car. I just want to make sure he okay." They, the kids say, she said, "Oh, okay, they out here playing in the street."
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Dog, it will be my little brother, all my little cousins. She lying our hands up in the door. Bro, dog. So we thinking we all gonna get the whooping, but she ain't gonna whoop him because he just got hit. My little brother, she whooped his ass too.
Yeah.
Bro, I said, how the hell you get hit by a truck and still get whooped?
I got a very similar story. I know it's almost time for you to get off, Doc.
Nigga, I said I supposed to big dog.
My cousin, man, my first cousin. I don't know what it was with his infatuation with fire, bro. So we outside in the front yard, and he get to playing with fire. He don't sit down in the whole front yard on fire. So we got to trying to put it out, and it's
bro, we had some fun that kid, bro.
So it's a dude, and I know dude probably dead now. I don't know how old he was at the time, but he was just driving by in an old station wagon. So we thought we had got away with it. We he got the fire or whatever. We said, "Oh, we good. We're gonna go back in the house." Man, we go back in the house and the doorbell ring. My daddy went to the door. Hey, you know these boys I heard them set your yard on fire. Bro, my daddy, bro. You know my dad ain't no little dude. This man went outside. Well, he told us to go get the switches. He said, "Go outside and get as many switches as you can, and don't bring no little ones." Man, that man told us to get in the bed with just our underwear, whooped us with the leaves on the switches, and then made us clean up the leaves when we got to getting it.
I ain't even talked about them stripped down to your underwear and get whoopings, boy.
Bro,
that's a story for a whole other day.
I was already mad at my
Look at Craig. Craig said, "Oh, when they tell you to go find a switch, and then it come back with a twig, oh, they really will beat your butt dead. If you come back with a small switch, y'all remember the Ellum limbs? I know Philly probably remember the Ellum limb. Oh,
yeah, they're wet.
Ooh. Philly said, "So what I'm hearing is some of the kids are chips off the old block. Girl, get out of here."
Man, but look, that's why sometimes, man, I can't even, man, when people would do stuff, man, I couldn't even do nothing, bro. I was like, you know what, forget it. I ain't no sense me saying nothing.
But that's the reason why I didn't whoop like Lil Tony as much. Like I gave him a lot of passes. I never whooped Taylor, because Taylor was like, man, Taylor didn't do nothing, because Taylor saw them ass whooping Lil Tony would get. She was like, nah, I'm good. And Kevin, Kevin was the worst. Kevin got more whoopings. Kevin got enough whoopings for everybody. Because Kevin would do
hard to me. He don't seem like that. I can see Lil Tony.
Nah. Lil Tony was the one that didn't get a lot of whoopings. But when he got him, I remind him for all the stuff that I didn't whoop him for, like your dad would do. But Keewan, bro, like Keewan would do something, and you'll tell him, "Keewan, don't do that no more." The next 30 minutes, he was doing the same thing again. Then you will whoop him. Bro, the next 30 minutes, he'll do it again. Like
that boy consistent.
Man, we started thinking something was wrong with him. We was like, man, something must be wrong with this dude. Like I literally in middle school, I used to be up to their schools all the time, bro. I used to be up there walking, going through the class. I told when I walked in the door, I ain't not checking it out. They, hey, Mr. May, you going out to the classroom? Okay, bro. I went down. The teacher said, "Oh, Mr. May, I'm glad you're here. Cause Keelan just don't want to act. Oh, what he doing? Okay, come on here, boy." I took him to the bathroom. I tore his ass up in that bathroom. The teacher walked in and was like this, gonna look at me like this. I said, "Shit, sir, this ain't got nothing to do with you.
Unless you want some.
Unless you want to get it too." And he turned around and walked out. Bro, the very next day, the man did the exact same stuff he was doing when he got to the exact same stuff. I went back up there this time. I said, "I got something for you." I took him outside right when I knew the bell was in the ring for them to change classes and beat his ass. They were walking out the gym. They were like, "Oh, somebody getting a whooping." And I heard my niece say, "That's my Uncle Tony. That's cute." I said, "Since you want to keep embarrassed, I'm gonna embarrass you." I ain't had to go. I ain't had to go back up there no more.
That's
Not no class on.
when you did it. When you did it, is when you got it.
Roger said, "Speaking on fire." I remember we had bunk beds. Now y'all done set the damn bunk beds on fire though. He said I was on the bottom bunk and the top bunk had his material that kind of hung. I already know how this going. My mom smoked at the time, and I got one of her lighters. It was lighting a little material. It set the whole bed on fire.
Oh my God, man. Yeah, I was putting your ass up too, Doc.
I got my head tore up. Yeah, you could have burnt the whole house down, my
You
guy.
burnt everybody up, including yourself.
I remember when I got whooping in front of the class.
Yeah,
Oh man, I'm done, bro. I gotta go, bro. I didn't cry so much over here. I'm done.
the old folks say, man, I wouldn't take nothing from a journey now.
I would, bro. I wouldn't, cause you know, them butt whoopings made us better, bro. And these kids now, they don't experience butt whooping, man. When you refer to your mama as bro and quit playing with me, bro, and get out of my room, bro, and
No,
yeah, need your head whooped.
you know, they be making them reels, and somebody say something to somebody, then they be like they in
Yeah,
heaven.
the casket. And they do their casket. They have the people carrying the casket and rocking with it.
Nah. This is a rap. I wish I would.
Man, my mama would have killed me, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro, I had more fear of my mama than my dad, bro. Like, and then it seemed like when we got in out of school, and Jura came up, man, she just turned into a punk parent with him. Like, she was letting him do whatever.
Yeah, you know how
I
they
said,
go.
man, she turned into a little punk parent with him. Beat our butt. Hey, that Joe got away with murder.
Yeah, Doc. Hey man,
Anyway, man.
one of these days, man. I don't know when we're gonna do it. I've been thinking about this for a long time, but we just gonna try it, Doc, because I know a lot of people don't work on the weekends. We're gonna do us one Saturday, man. We're gonna do us a brunch podcast.
Okay.
This, like a brunch podcast.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
get their
yeah.
mimosas. You know what I'm saying? Do their thing, and we
Peter said y'all took all the her straight.
man, what? We're gonna do us
Yeah,
a brunch. We're gonna call it brunch cast. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah. Well, we're gonna have to bring some mamas and daddies on that job. I'm about to bring my mama on that job. I'll bring my mama.
You know what? We can actually go to her house. She can do us some salmon croquettes and some biscuits and rice.
Oh my god. Okay, I gotta go, bro.
You know what?
I didn't cry.
I'm gonna make a surprise visit today. I'm gonna leave early today since I gotta go to the vineyard. I'm gonna make a surprise.
Hey, I gotta go, bro. Come on, close us out, bro. You crazy.
All right, man. We need some more money in for them tents, man. We getting We getting
Oh yeah,
close.
yeah, man. Shout out to Rodney, man. Rodney had 10 cents to the crib, bro. Appreciate that, man. That's beautiful. Shout out to everybody who's giving already, man. We're still a long way from our goal. We got to get them tents, man. Got to get them tents. Got to get them tents. Got to get them tents. Got to get them tents.
Tony?
And I think like 30 something,
Oh,
30
wow.
something. Yeah. 30. I don't know. It's up to 30. It's kind of right there, close to that 40 mark, but we still a long way away from our goal of 80 to 100. And what I noticed too on Temu, the tents have they don't have any more of those $16 tents. The ones that I ordered yesterday are up to $19, which is still under $20. They $19. So they don't have any more of the $16 tents that I was getting up there. 16, I think they were $16.94. Now these like $19.80, whatever. You know, they be having them odd prices.
You don't drove the cost. You order so much of so many. You probably drove the cost, so you don't order so many.
Well, no, because when you order them, like when you order them and they at a real low cost, they don't have that many, or they ain't gonna last that long. Cause people see them, just like you seeing them. Other people seeing them and buying them too. You know, yeah. So, but yeah, so I'm y'all can cash out me at AMAYSN Investments LLC at Cash App, or you can Zelle me 901-428-3822. And we can get them tents ordered, man, or just Rodney went on Amazon and found some and ordered them on there, So, however,
I kind of vaguely looked on eBay too. They kind of had the same ones too. So, but again, sometimes them shipping costs would be so high.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us pray. Most gracious eternal God, our Father, Lord God, we thank you for waking us up this morning, starting us on our way, giving us a reasonable portion of health and strength. We just thank you for just being who you are to us, through us, and for us. Continue to touch Tony and his family. Continue to touch my family. Continue to touch everyone that has watched and viewed and fellowship with us. Continue to give us grace and mercy throughout this day. And we ask you to do this in your darling son, Jesus' name. And we said, amen.
Amen, man. We'll see y'all Monday morning, man. Same bad time.
Same bad place.
2 Men in a Hat. Let's talk about it.
Yes, sir. Here's the 2 Minute Hats podcast. Let's talk about it. Every morning at 8:30 a.m. and also on Wednesday is the midweek service at 6:30 p.m. You can also join our Facebook group on Facebook. It's the podcast with the most. We got Tony Mays and Lavelle Salter. It's the 2 Minute Hats podcast. Let's talk about it.